like to start you off with a quote by Vin Diesel, and it goes, "It wasn't until I got to college that I got my first motorcycle that I truly understood the thrill of speed." I chose to start off with this quote because I felt like it really relates to me. Because, for one, I didn't get my first motorcycle until I went to college, and also the thrill of speed on a motorcycle is definitely different than when you're in a car or a truck. For example, when you're in a car or a truck, you have 2,000 pounds of odd steel and metal surrounding you. But when you're on a bike going 60 miles down the road and all you have is your helmet and whatever clothes you have on your body, and those are the only things that separate you from your body hitting the concrete, it's a lot different. Today I'm going to talk to you all about a brief history of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. I believe that the topic I've chosen is credible to me because, for one, I ride a motorcycle, and more importantly, I ride a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. First topic I would like to talk about is the engines that Harley-Davidson uses in every single one of their bikes for the whole time the company has been in business. According to JP Cycles, A History of Harley-Davidson Company, Harley-Davidson uses air-cooled 45-degree V-twin engines on every single one of their motorcycles. Harley-Davidson has stayed true to its roots throughout the company's history, as they've only changed the design of their engines 3 times in the past 80 years. The newest one being the Milwaukee 8, which is on every single Harley-Davidson that's in production today. Milwaukee 8 was first introduced in 2016, and that is the engine that is on my bike. And the Milwaukee 8 will most likely be the premier engine for Harley-Davidson for the next, probably 30, 40 years, as they've only changed their design 3 times in 80 years. Second topic I would like to talk about is where Harley-Davidson was founded and where they got their roots from. According to A History of the Harley-Davidson Company, Harley-Davidson was founded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in a small shed in 1903 by William S. Harley and William A. Davidson. Well, fun fact is that even though Harley-Davidson was founded, and it's really where Harley-Davidson is known to be, the first Harley-Davidson store actually didn't open in Milwaukee. It opened in Chicago, Illinois in 1904, which is kind of funny. However, though, there is a big factory in Milwaukee. It's not really made for making motorcycles anymore. Now it's the official Museum of Harley-Davidson, where they keep some of their most iconic bike designs and the frames they've made and the engines as well. I chose not to go into it because it's a whole different topic of discussion, but Harley-Davidson also has a rich racing history as well for motorcycles. And the Harley-Davidson Museum is a big proponent to that, as they have most of the most famous bikes that Harley-Davidson has ever put on a track, but that's a topic for a different day. The third thing that's in the Harley-Davidson Museum is they have the motorcycles from famous people. A good example of that is Elvis Presley's 1958 Harley-Davidson is in the museum as well, and you can go check it out if you're ever in Milwaukee. The next topic I would like to talk to you all about is who the most famous face on Harley-Davidson is, and that's Willie G. Davidson. Willie G. Davidson has been really the face of Harley for the past 4 decades, and still is. He's getting older now, so maybe not for a while, but he still is right now. And according to History of a Harley-Davidson timeline, this day in history, Willie G. Davidson joined Harley-Davidson on February 18th, 1963, with a background in industrial design. A fun fact is that Willie G. is the grandson of co-founder William A. Davidson. But however, even though he's a grandson of one of the co-founders, he actually did not start way at the top of the company. He actually started somewhere in the middle as an industrial designer. However, though, he did work his way up to become the CEO, I believe, in the 80s, and he recently retired, I think, in 2016. So he's the CEO for a while. Willie G was part of some of the most famous designs that have ever come out of Harley-Davidson. 2 examples are the 1971 FX Superglide and the 1977 FXS Lowrider. The last topic I would like to talk about, in summation, I've told you all about the engines that Harley-Davidson uses. I have talked about where and when Harley-Davidson was founded, when they got their start. And I've also told you about who the most iconic face in Harley-Davidson is at the moment. And I hope you all have come to appreciate my topic as much as I have, and I hope you all enjoyed watching it. I would like to leave you all off with a quote by Anonymous that I really think embodies the spirit of Harley-Davidson. It goes, Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes in the middle of nowhere, you find yourself. Thank you all for taking the time to watch my speech, and have a great rest of the day. Thanks.